Hi, everyone. My name is Smriti P, and I'm really excited today to be interviewing this mentee mentor pair. We have Meira and Sabrina. I'm a mentor with Magic, and I just got to attend their final presentation. Congratulations. It was very, very interesting and a great presentation. We'll get started with some intros. So, Meira, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Meira Ginsberg. I'm in 10th grade and I did a project about quantum computing.
Thank you. And Sabrina?
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I was Meira's mentor this year, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. So let's talk a little bit more about your project. What aspect of quantum computing and what project? That's such a big field. What did you end up doing in that space?
So I focus more on like the basics definitely, and more like what goes into the quantum computer. So how the information is stored and like the qubits, and a lot about quantum properties like superposition and entanglement, which are used to create the quantum computer.
How did you learn more about this? I was amazed during the process that you were able to also explain these topics in a way that someone with no background could understand, and you had these visualizations and everything. How did you approach actually learning about this and then distilling it into kind of this educational website?
So it's gonna help me find a lot of resources. Some things that were helpful were definitely like YouTube videos, and she gave me like ones that discuss all different levels, like for beginners, and then it goes a little more complicated. And in each set of the videos get more and more complicated, which definitely helps because it gave me a foundation and it allowed me to build on it each time. And another thing was that she provided me with like a quantum computers course, which was definitely more in depth. So I didn't include all the information that I learned from it. So to keep the website nice and simple for anyone who wouldn't understand it. But it definitely taught me about different aspects, like the functions that go into it. And those were like the main resources I use.
Very cool. Was there anything that was really challenging at first learning about and took you a while to get a grasp of? And how did you deal with that?
So definitely some of the concepts are just hard to wrap your minds around because it's so complex. So that's where like Sabrina really helped. She was definitely able to simplify it for me. And also, especially the quantum computing course was definitely more difficult. It talks about like quantum gates, which in the beginning I didn't necessarily understand what that meant and how that was applied. But that, but ultimately I got like a basic understanding about it.
And beyond kind of this research, you also were able to explore some computer science and web development. What was that like? Had you built a website before? Was that new to you?
So I've never built a website before. I've used a little bit of coding with Arduino. I used STEM in school, but I've definitely never used anything like HTML and CSS. And I also began a Python course, which I didn't end up using in my website because I wanted it to be more like educational than interactive. But that was also interesting as well to see the difference between codes, what each code could accomplish, what each coding style can accomplish.
Yeah, it's such an interdisciplinary project, and it was cool to see all aspects of that. Sabrina, while you were working with Mira on this, was this new to you? Is this something that you have some information from in your background?
I have no experience in quantum computing at all. My background is like classic computer science, C++, and then cybersecurity. So I had no insight into quantum computing other than, the buzzwords around it and how it might break encryption. So I really had to tap into the Magic Network to ask for help because Meira was coming to me with questions and I was like, I don't even understand it myself. So let me see who else can help me. So that was definitely a clutch, really good resource.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to both of you also for diving into. We talked a little bit before starting the interview, the buzzwords that are surrounding that, and it's kind of like in my head was a black box. I've chiseled away a little bit at that today, and learned a little bit more. But awesome that you were able to learn about this together, and put together something that enabled you to learn more about it and also do a little bit of computer science and things like that too. Mira, what were some of your favorite aspects of the project?
Definitely the meeting and definitely putting together the website. So the beginning part, I mostly did like the research. I was doing the coding courses, but I didn't really start actually building the website. But it was definitely really rewarding to see it all come together. And then at the end, like we were trying to figure out like maybe there's a way to include some of the Python in the website. Also we didn't end up going with it, but we were able to add that animation, which was definitely fun to figure out how to do it and how I wanted it to look. Mm-hmm.
That's the qubit animation, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. I was like trying to grasp the being in two states at once, and it was really cool to have that visual aspect. It would maybe something that could be cool too would be like a quiz or some sort of interactive way to learn more and test your knowledge. Do you have any other ideas on what you might want to do to extend the website or like look into quantum computing more?
I definitely would like to add some interactive component to it. Also, as I said before, like the quantum computing course, so trying to figure out a way how to simplify those topics that are into like the quantum gates, which kind of explain like how superposition comes into play, like how it happens actually. So definitely something like that, and like continue further with the course and maybe like focus in depth on one topic about quantum computers.
Very cool. Thank you. A couple final questions. Sabrina, is there anything that you learned from this mentoring experience that you hope to take forward with you into future ones?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was my first mentoring experience where I really didn't know the topic at all. Historically, whether it's been coaching or mentoring, like I've typically known enough to really be able to guide and help, ask challenging questions and things of that nature. Here, I didn't know anything. So I think that in and of itself, sort of that vulnerability of being like, okay, I don't know, but let's learn together, was definitely something I'll be taking with me.
That is really cool. I'm so happy you were able to have that experience. And it seemed like a really successful, fruitful experience too. Meira, now that you've come out on the other side, thinking back, a few months ago and also looking forward to other mentees, would you have any advice for your past self and for future mentees?
Definitely things don't always go the way you expect them to go, not necessarily in a bad way, but when we started the project, I kind of took like inspiration from cybersecurity. So I was like, maybe I'll make some passcode mechanism on a website. And then like one day out of blue, we were just talking about quantum computers, me and my family. And I was like, this is a great opportunity to ask Sabrina about it. I have a mentor in the computer field, so I might as well use this opportunity. And I did, and it kind of just jump started a whole new idea, which really went like a great direction.
Wow, that is so cool. I'm happy that the timelines aligned and you were able to explore that field through this program and with Sabrina. Well, thank you both so much for the interview and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Congrats.